It only gets easier and harder at the same time to make these videos with nice views, nice distancing, nice angles. But you know what, we're here on a beautiful night in Long Beach. Some of you guys may know it, the locals call it the Pike. I come here not too often, only to watch movies, but as for the actual park, I don't really like coming. But today I was like, you know what, my girl and we're not in a fight, but she's gonna do her own thing. She's gonna watch a movie with her sister, and I'm like, you know what, I got me, my viewers, the little viewers that I have, to keep company, and vice versa, because I need this to some extent too. But welcome back to another video. Unfortunately, we don't have a beverage in our hand. We should be having one. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, I honestly fucking hate summer, and it's actually one of the reasons why perhaps I may have not been wanting to come out and make a video. But secondly, due to just actually me having a fear of lacking creativity. And you know, I was talking about this with my coworker the other day, and we were saying like, I'm not really much of a creative person. He was like, oh, but you make YouTube videos, right? I was like, yeah, well then that's a form of creativity. And I keep forgetting that, because most of the times I actually see these videos as if I'm talking directly to you guys. I mean, some of you guys actually respond with genuine, sincere comments, some critical, some judgmental, but it's like, it's better than no reaction at all, because you know, we're filled in a world where it's just bleak emptiness, with rarely you get the occasional type of person of actually wanting to speak their emotions in a healthy way, rather than just being rambunctious and leading with actions that are purely just dickish. I know I went on a whole rant there, but keep with me. What I'm meaning to say, that's what I view these videos as, is that I'm looking for a form of connectivity with you guys. And I've said this throughout the past almost 60 videos that I've been making already for about 2 years. But yeah, I mean, there's a big update to my life actually, and that's what this video is also going to be about. It's an update with where I'm at, even though it's only been 8 or 9 days. Like, I kid you not, guys, I don't want to let too much time pass when it makes to making these videos, because you know, I really do want to keep this consistency, especially with the fact that, you know, I have an actual stand that can produce good videos. Unlike back then, like, I was so skeptic to even make a video, just because one, I can't see myself, and then two, like, the angling was just hard. The fucking tripod would actually fall over. But now it's like, I'm acting as if I'm at the end of the road with this tripod, but I know I'm not. I know I have a long way to go, like, until we actually have our own studio and our own apartment, and with our actual, like, you know, professional microphones and whatnot. But I feel as if this is a complete upgrade from where I used to be, with a bunch of little things just mounted up so that way my phone can actually have a great view. And I kid you not, I would take like 20 tries just to get the correct angling and whatnot. And you know, setting up this angle, it was only about 5 minutes. Like, normally for an angle and view like this, it would take about 10 to 20 minutes to even actually want to make this video. But that's kind of what motivates me to actually just stay consistent with these videos, is I've made it easier for myself, unlike back then where it was just fucking hard. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, this video is also inspired off someone who I feel as if he's just like me. Although he's 30 years old, he lives in, I believe he said UK, and he's living with his parents. I saw myself a bit in him, just because it reminded me of 2 years ago where, you know, I started making these videos. And, you know, you can just tell, like, he was making that video out of nervousness, but also because of his soul just aching to him, saying like, I want to pursue my creativity. I want to pursue my passion. And when I saw that, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I saw a bit of myself in him. I really did. Hold up, I'm gonna fix the microphone a little bit. Hopefully this is better for you guys. No, I saw myself in him, and I was like, wow, Like, you know, it's nice knowing that someone at 30 is actually trying to do something with their life. And, you know, it kind of just makes you think like everyone truly is on their own timeline. And although, yeah, it seems like some are slower than others, some are just incapable of doing things, it gives you reassurance still that even though you're on this timeline that you feel has produced not much. Oh shit. Oh. There's people riding little lime cycles. Oh shit. God, I had to choose this place. I know, I really did. Sorry. I'm in a public place, obviously, so there is going to be a bit of disruptions. And I kid you not, this place was actually a bit isolated before I even got here, but then all of a sudden, people decided to come here. Hooray for public parks. And it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m. on a Tuesday night. Regardless, I'm going to get back to it. Which I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. Well, enjoy the view in the meantime while I try to remember what I was saying before I got distracted. Oh, I really forgot what I was saying. Yeah, don't mind me. Oh, great. Something about passion, creativity. Timelines. I feel insecure about that sometimes, I really do. I mean, there's people that are my age, 21, and creating these nice ass videos with so much income coming their way, and I'm over here just like, I want to produce more, and sometimes I really am my own worst enemy when it comes to these type of things. Truly, I am. And I've said this repeatedly in so many other videos, but I mean, I take it like this. Day by day, I'm actually trying to escalate. I'm trying to level up. I'm trying to actually just micro learn whatever I can out of each day, like day to day. And truthfully, I do see myself a little bit better each day, in a sense where, although I have no clear sense of direction with my life right now, it's guiding me towards where at least 20 years from now, I'll be okay. Granted, I wish I could have that income and stability to say that, like, right now I am okay, I am happy, I am at my peak. But I'm not. I'm actually trying to work towards it. And I wish I had the innate ability to just actually be good at something, but as I've noticed throughout all my childhood, throughout these past years of being an adult somewhat, I start to realize, like, I grew the ability to talk like this out of loneliness, and I'm trying to make at least some form of passion off it. And I mean, truthfully, when I'm alone with someone engaging in these nice, beautiful conversations, to myself, I'm always saying, like, I wish I could have this more consistently. And I wish I could be making videos more consistently. But this is like tofu, you could say. It's not meat, but it is gonna just help you from scratching that itch, you could say, of wanting meat. And this is exactly it. Not to sound like a fucking cannibalist, but what I'm meaning to say is that I'm yearning for actually having someone to talk to in a way where it's like we're getting to know each other in a platonic way, but also talking about things that are meaningful towards life, towards how to actually wire your mindset to a better way of thinking. Stuff like that, that is actually engaging, that can actually gauge your soul and touch your heartstrings, so that way you actually feel as if you're alive. But, you know, I've been living these 9 days, you could say, in some type of slump where it's like I feel invalidated to talk about how I feel. However, I'm still doing it because right now in this moment I feel okay to do so. I created this space to do so, and I feel okay about it, and it's a relief. It really is. And until the next time I actually make a video, I'll feel that same way. But as for a day-to-day operation, as to where I'm actually feeling like this, where I'm happy, there's no cultivation of that. And again, this is where my whole YouTube channel is prefaced, you could say, around. It's where I wish I could have more of that consistent talking partner to have. And yes, I have friends, I have a girlfriend, I have my family still. But there was this person that, and this was a random person, mind you, there was this person that brought to my attention is that empaths, and mind you, I'm perhaps an underdeveloped one, but empaths are slowly being isolated nowadays in society just because you don't get that sense of nurturing to just talk to someone about how you're feeling. And that's true. I mean, a lot of people are feeling isolated to the point where they just can't talk about their emotions profoundly. And I mean, I guess this isn't a new issue that's been around, but what I'm trying to say is you see people reaching out on these type of platforms, yearning for some type of aspiration to come to them, some hope to be filled into their life, so that way they can be like, you know what, I'm gonna hold on to this and let it guide me. You know, you're seeing a lot of that nowadays, me included, and you start connecting the dots as to why people are being more vocal, but at the same time, why people are shutting down a bit into where I wish I could say more, I have so much to say, I just don't know how I'm going to express it and when I'm going to express it. That's how I feel, at least, and I feel as if I can speak for at least a good majority of society. I mean, we all have wonderful ideas and we're all truly creative to some extent. We just need to learn to manage to express it in a healthy way that's going to actually benefit our own lifestyle, so that way we don't feel so terrible about it either. This is my way. And truthfully, I wish I can make an income off it. I'm always saying that because, you know, I have my coworkers that I see are as young as me, or if not just a bit older, and I see them tangled to their work life so much that they don't have a life out of that. They don't have enough time and space for themselves to cultivate whatever creativity that they hold within themselves. And it sucks to see. I mean, I know this 30-year-old at work that, again, and I've mentioned him in other videos, all he does is talk about himself, and I hear him a lot, so that's perhaps why I feel the need to talk about him, but he just rages. You could feel it, that he has such passionate creativity for art, for drawing art, but unfortunately he's tied to the position of being a customer support agent, you could say. I mean, again, I'm not going to mention the bank that I work at. If you guys are wondering, go look at my other videos. I just don't want certain videos to get copyrighted for mentioning the other name. However, going back to it, I do a part of what he does, and it's basically being a customer service rep in person to fix your problems, or if not, you're the middleman to go fix other people's problems. Truthfully, if you grab that essence of being a slave at work like that, and then you grab the essence of your true passionate creativity within your soul, it's like, how do those match together? And you get someone that's actually wanting to commit suicide. And he did say this to me, and I'm not going to mention where I work, I'm not going to mention his name. I'm saying this because I want to express the vulnerability that I see within others and how it aches me to even see that. And what am I doing about it? Truthfully, I'm doing nothing, because I'm trying to maintain my own fucking self each day to make it to the next day. I'm not in survival mode, but it's just that pending weight of just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get through today, so that way I can get to the other part of the day, which is just relaxing. This part of my day where I get to make videos, relax, etc. But I see him, and when he said like, yeah dude, yesterday I felt like I was suicidal, I was like, fuck. Like, at 30 years old, you shouldn't be feeling like that. You should have had some type of mental fulfillment with who you are and how you're going to live your life. And I know, again, going back to what I was saying earlier, everyone's in their own timelines. You know, I loved how a 30-year-old man living in with his parents is pushing for his art to be actually made out into the world. And this is the guy from UK. We have two 30-year-olds that I'm talking about. The UK guy and the one that lives here in the USA that I'm working with. But what I'm starting to see is that there's no direct timeline as to where people need to accomplish a certain amount of things. It's just more like of your incentive to want to do things. And I'm not gonna lie, I even get judgeful sometimes of other people, like when I see that, oh, they're older than me, but yet they haven't accomplished so and so. But then I take a step back and I'm like, you know what? Look at their past. And if not, if you don't know about their past, like, don't be judgmental. I always try to catch myself with that. And it all comes back to the thing where it's like, don't put your timeline onto others. Don't project that, because truly everyone is really on their own timeline. You know, I started making YouTube videos about 2 years ago. I'm not a success because, and this is where I become my own self-critic, my own self-judger. I think I said that right. Where if I were more consistent, perhaps I would have been a bit more successful off YouTube. Not to the point where I'm replacing an income, but to the point where like I actually have more subscribers, more viewers and whatnot. But I truthfully was on my own timeline. I was deciding when I was gonna post a video, why I wasn't posting videos. You know, sometimes I do blame the stand. I do blame where like, oh, I lack creativity, but I'm slowly growing up from the person I was 2 years ago up until now. And I'm proud of myself for the fact that it only took me 9 days to refurbish myself into actually wanting to make a video that's good quality, that's actually going to be meaningful, that I can be like, you know what, I'm proud of. And we're doing it. But at least for me, I do feel as if it's going to be a slow process. And I'm not afraid for what is to come within these next months. I finally do have something that's going to take a lot of time from me, a lot of sacrifice, but it is going to provide me with the substantial amount of income to finally be my own person. And what I mean by be my own person is actually finally setting out into the world, not having to depend on no one, maintaining those I love, and just being free in the sense where, yes, I may still have to be working at a job where I never really imagined myself to be at as a kid, but I'm still making it out here in this world that is just so fucking hard to live in, economically and mentally, socially as well, and a bunch of other leads that we have. That's what I'm going to be proud of. Perhaps by the end of this year. I'm still in the process of actually having everything fixed, so that way I can finally be free. And again, free in my own terms is different from what everyone else may agree with, but free in my terms is just finally having my own apartment, my own car. Say if I were to even break up, which God forbid, but say if I were to break up with my girlfriend, like, yes, I would be sad, but I'm still self-reliant on myself, and I'm not having to depend on nobody else. And I know this screams out, oh, fucking attention whore and whatnot, and like perhaps that might be the case, but as I was saying earlier in my video, like, I'm looking for empaths. I'm looking for people who actually are isolated just as much as me to talk to. Again, that's what this YouTube channel is going to be based around. Yes, to explore the timelines of other people, but also to talk about myself and themselves, so that way we don't feel, I think someone just got engaged, so that way we don't feel lonely. That's what this channel is about. And I know I keep saying different mission statements for it, but I'm really trying to cultivate what it can be, because, you know, we're 60 videos in, we've had a good amount of support for this channel, but this channel is growing in its own way, where it's just a fucking ball of rubber bands that are all loose. They're all tightened randomly, but in one day you're gonna get a really bouncy big ball. And I know the analogy or the metaphor is confusing, or it may have been weird, and in fact, I'm kind of weirded out that I said it myself just now like that, but that's how I'm kind of envisioning my passion. You know, I see that a lot of people, if they keep at it, they're making it to what they want to do until they're like 26 to 30, if they're truly passionate about it. And you know, with this new phase that I'm going to be entering in my life, which I'm not going to say it just yet until it's officially set in stone, but a process has begun for me to retire at 40, you could say. I'm not going to say what. In the meantime, like, I'm still going to try to be doing this. Hopefully it retires me early enough to just be like, I don't need to be normal, I can actually go off YouTube and live life. If not, I've already set in place what I can do for these next couple of years, because I really don't want to be 25, 26-year-old still living in my parents' house. Like, I really just, at that point, I'm not looking to be successful. I'm looking to just finally be self-reliant of myself. That's really it. It's hard. It's easier said than done, but in some way, it is accomplishable, but in a very hard fucking way. That's just the simple truth of it. That being said, I think this video has gone on for a long time, and if I've stumbled too much upon different subjects, I'm sorry, but thanks for holding off up until this point of the video. I swear, as soon as I got here, like, it was fucking empty. It really was empty, but then all of a sudden, people just started walking here, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, and you know, it's weird, because people really started getting close to where I was recording. I was trying to react unbotheredly, but it was weird that coincidentally people started gathering near me. Sorry, this is just the solitude Scorpio in me that does not want much interference with what I'm doing. But that being said, take care, you guys. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for tuning in.